Welcome back, everybody, to Shambam. Another episode with your boy Kevin Moita. Wednesday upload, actually, this time. Guys, this intro music on my end is like super loud. I gotta do something about that. But anyway, thank you all for joining me in this lovely Wednesday upload. I think I said that for the second time. You know, I started this episode actually. Did you just laugh, Courtney? Never mind. I thought I heard a laugh. I'm going crazy, guys. No, I actually started this episode like earlier, but Joshua left his Captain Crunch in the frame of this video, and then he came by and decided to like sneak in and take it. Sorry, I'm still sick. And then I just had the sudden urge to take a crap, which I was like, well, let's just restart this. What?
Are you starting?
I am, yes. Is that not obvious?
I don't know.
Why? What do you need now?
I was just wondering.
Okay. Bye. All right, yeah. So, but we're back, guys. We're back here. I sound like way manlier than I usually do. One of the reasons I decided to start doing the Wednesday uploads is for some flamucha in my wallet, you know? Just kidding. What?
Can I join your podcast?
You want to be in the podcast?
Sure.
You do?
Let's do it.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, then it's going to kill the frame, though. I need to pull out the...
You didn't name me in the camera.
Yeah, I do. Wait, what's going on?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know what's going on. I need to whip out the other camera then.
Never mind.
Gosh, Josh.
Go on.
Wait, why?
I was just bored. I don't know.
Okay. I'll have you... You gotta let me know if you want to be in it so I can get you on.
I don't know. I just did it.
Jeez. You're getting everybody here confused. I probably cut that all in post. Guys, I don't usually cut stuff in post, but that was just going to be way too confusing. Joshua was like having second thoughts about being part of the podcast right now, but usually the Wednesday uploads is just going to be me. Is what I had in mind. And the reason for that, like I was getting into, the reason why I'm going to be doing these uploads now is mainly because, I don't know, I just, whenever I have a guest, like whenever okay, I gotta formulate this correctly. So when I'm in a social setting, and I think I've brought this up in podcast episodes before, if I'm in a social setting, I'm not usually like overly enthusiastic, I guess. Like, I think I get, like, you know, and that's probably for everybody. Like, everybody just, you know, tunes it up a notch just because, you know, they're in a social setting and they want to, you know, be, like, you know, fun or whatever. But whenever I'm, like, alone, I'm really, like, quiet. Like, super quiet. And I think I have brought that up in podcast episodes. Or because there have been episodes I've published. Well, I guess it is publishing, yeah. There have been episodes I've uploaded where I've been alone, and I think you guys could kind of tell, whoever has listened to those ones, that my energy level is not way lower, but it's lower, you know, just because that's how I am, and like naturally. And it's not like, because, you know, sometimes you get those like crazy YouTubers who will, I'm not looking at the camera at all, this is going to be a video whenever I can actually do the video uploads. But geez, I brain fart so much. But you get those YouTubers who will just fake personality just for the sake of, you know, appearing higher energy, just, you know, to appeal to their audience, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But, you know, a lot of the times they can just go a little overboard with it and they just start going insane. But I don't think that's what I'm doing here, you know, because some of them just go like overly crazy, like over the top. And they just become just such a fake, you know, it's that fake that's annoying. Like you're like, dude, you're so fake right now, I guess. I don't know. I don't, mean to do it like that. It's just naturally happens. I might sound like an idiot because everyone's like, dude, this is freaking, everybody does it. Like, why are you making such a big deal about it? But I guess that's just the way I am. But anyway, that's just a little reason, you know, I just thought it'd be cool to have just Wednesday uploads, you know, just a little more for you guys to enjoy. Those of you who are actually enjoying the podcast, I really appreciate you guys who've reached out to me and let me know how much you actually enjoy the pod, because that's why I do it, man. I mean, I do it because it's fun for me, but like just knowing that it's actually like enjoyable for some of my fans out there, like that's really dope. And I'm getting all touchy-feely here. Not really, but you know, it's really cool to know that I have like actual fans who really appreciate what I'm doing here. So you know, I just thought, I was like, yeah, I can do some more uploads for you guys. And it's more of like a personal, I feel like when it's just me talking to you guys, not really talking, but just just saying stuff because you guys aren't here. Obviously, this is freaking, I'm alone. But you know what I'm saying. It's more like personal because I'm just kind of expressing what I think and stuff. Also, I was just listening to Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast. Like I said, we kind of worship Bill Burr, I guess. Sorry, I got a cough. That was disgusting. But I don't know. I just kind of like that. You know, he was just kind of raw talking to the mic, and you know, it's just cool. I just really enjoyed it, and a lot of the podcasts I listen to, like they only post weekly, or they have a Patreon where they're like post bonus episodes. And that's the only way you can get them. But anyway, let's dive into this, guy. So I do have a couple notes here, man. I got a couple notes for this episode. I've only have 2, but I then realized that on that one episode, I believe it was like 19 maybe. No, not 19. It wasn't 19. The one with Jake in it. There was a ton of notes on there that I had that I did not cover, so I was like, yeah, it'd be kind of fun. I didn't realize that until I just took a poop right now. I didn't realize. I was like looking through, and because I thought I had more notes for this episode, but then I checked and I was like, oh crap, I really don't have that much. So actually, let me go get some water. I'm getting like all foamy here in the mouth. I don't have any water, but now I do. Guys, water bottled from the source. A local favorite. Local where? We got none of these beautiful mountains down here. Well, like snow and all that junk. Anyway, well, one thing I want to talk about, and you guys, I mean, I brought it up a ton in the previous episode, is, homie, is there a key playing? There's a key playing. I don't know. Anyway, there's a couple keys just played from the soundboard for some reason. I don't know. But my Mac, dude, it's just taking a dump. I just got it like not too long ago, but I guess it's an older version. But homeboy don't got no crazy amount of money to be investing, to buy the freaking Macs nowadays. I mean, I just built a gaming PC, but without any Wi-Fi here, it's a little difficult to, get any kind of software on there to record anything. But once we get that figured out, it'll be much better. But yeah, dude, I mean, it's starting to do the laggy thing right now. It's not too bad, but it's going to get worse. I know it, just because that's just how it's been getting. It's just been super laggy and getting that dumb buffer and stuff. But let's get into some of the notes I got here. So, I said I wasn't, well, I'm just going to talk about things, dude, that I believe in. I was listening to Pete Davidson, and he's a comedian. A lot of you probably don't know him, but he's a stand-up comedian who's very like kind of controversial. He's got some like dark humor and stuff. Yeah, sorry. He's a very kind of like dark humor person. Like a lot of people don't like his humor and his personality. But he said something like that kind of was interesting to me. It was basically saying like, yeah, I talk about things that are interesting to me and things that I don't like, just so I can get that portion of the audience that doesn't like, who I am and what I stand for, like just to get him out, because he was like, I'm not worried about having that huge fan base and stuff. I'm just worried about the people who actually care about, what I believe in. So it was something along the lines of that. I totally paraphrased, but that's kind of whoa, homie, that's the fridge. That's loud. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's kind of what he said. And I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to be like, not necessarily fake, but I'm, I want to have my listeners actually like me for me, I guess, So I'll just talk about some stuff that I don't like and whatever. And don't get me wrong, when I bring up something, like I know I've talked about how I don't like marijuana and all that, but it's not like, I don't know why people generalize a lot that once somebody doesn't like something, like in this instance, marijuana, like, why do they have to generalize and say, oh, then they just must hate everybody who smokes or everybody who does, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, no, I just don't like the marijuana. I think it's dumb. I think it's an addictive drug. I think people are just always trying to sugarcoat it. But I have tons of friends who smoke. I'm not just going to not be their friend just because they smoke. That's the dumbest thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. A lot of people generalize that and just go ballistic whenever they find out stuff like that about me. Like, I don't curse. I don't smoke, obviously. And just other things. And they just, think that I'm just super against anybody who, behaves in that way. I don't know. I kind of just butchered that. But I really don't like when people do that, My friends, my friends who are actually my friends understand that. And they know, it's like, yeah, Kevin just doesn't like it, He doesn't do it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like what it stands for. But if I don't, agree with him and, make my life live my life, he's not going to hate me for it. That's exactly right. I'm not going to hate anybody for whatever. It's once they start, persistently persuading me to do something that I kind of, tell him, yo, stop, because that's... You do you, I do me. Basically that's how I kind of live. So, of course, I will tell my friends. I'll just tell them if they really want to hear what I believe in, oh, I don't like that and this. And the reasons I have towards it. Because... And then I'll tell them because, I care about my friends. And if I believe a certain way, if I really believe that marijuana can be harmful or why, cursing isn't, and that's childish, some of you might say. But I don't know. I just really think cussing is really it's kind of like one of those things that should maybe be, if ever used very seldomly and, fits of rage or whatever to kind of let off that steam, because if you use it too much, I just feel like it just stimulates that anger, so once it just becomes part of your normal vocabulary, you got nothing else to go with to release that anger, and that's when people can get violent. I don't know, I just overthink a lot of things, but that's kind of why I'm against cursing. I don't think I've ever really told my friends the reason why I don't really cuss. But that's exactly it, dude. I look so gross when I cough, by the way. If you guys are watching this whenever it gets uploaded, I look disgusting when I cough. I stick my tongue out like Michael Jordan. It's disgusting. Not that MJ's... his was glorious, man. Whenever you go up for that freaking dunk, you just stick his tongue out, dude. That's legendary. Mine is just... disgusting. I don't even know how to describe it. I can figure out of a way, but it's going to be very unfunny, and I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to crack a bad joke. I've done enough of that. But yeah, man, that's why I don't curse. I just really feel like it's one of those things that, it's a way to release steam in, when you really need it. When people usually put it in their everyday vocabulary, I don't think it's a really good thing, because then you just have nothing else to go with, Then you start throwing insults around. I don't know. I have no concrete proof, obviously, to support my side of this, but I know I have like the house like hostage right now, because I told everybody here that I'm going to be recording and the podcast. So now everyone's like confined to their rooms, and every time they need to come out, they're like sneaky ninjas trying to get stuff done. Yeah, Courtney, you can see her in the frame if you're watching the video. She's got a giant dog bed. Hey, I didn't cover that in the last episode. Actually, we got a dog. We were talking about getting a dog, and I brought it up in one of my episodes that we were planning. No, he's gonna knock over everything.
You can hold him?
No, it's okay, babe.
Okay.
I'll introduce him later in better circumstance. But those of you who follow me on Instagram already know we got a dog. His name's Milo, by the way. He's a Queensland healer. He's adorable, dude. He's so cute. And very surprisingly, very well behaved for the short time we've had him. He's 2 years old. He's probably had, they said he was a stray, but he's probably had a, owner before, obviously. But yeah, dude, he's super well behaved. Like, we left him alone for the first time yesterday in the house when we were all at work and stuff. And I was expecting something to go wrong. I was just kind of like, well, at some point he's going to be left alone. We don't have a crate for him yet. I was like, at some point he's going to be left alone. We're just going to have to figure out what he messes with and what he doesn't. When we got home, he didn't mess with anything. He didn't take a crap anywhere. He didn't pee anywhere. He didn't chew anything up. He was perfect. He was perfectly fine. He was just chilling. And I was really surprised. And at nights, he's been sleeping in our room, and we have the bed there. And he was getting a little too comfortable, like kind of climbing on the couch and the bed, that kind of thing. So the first night was definitely the toughest, because he just kept trying to get on the bed, man. He's just so persistent, really trying to come up and just chill with us. But after pushing him for a while, and then like smacking him in the face a couple times, like he finally got it. But now he's totally fine. Like I'll get everything ready for bed. Courtney gets in bed, and then I just get ready and I get in the bed, and then I just lay down, and he kind of sniffs me for like a second or two, and then he'll understand, okay, you're going to sleep. So then he'll go to his bed. So he's super well behaved. Today he had a little bit of today he had some accidents. He, I guess, peed somewhere while we were at work. He peed somewhere, and then he like puked twice. But the reason he puked is because Courtney left like butter out like on the counter, and he got up and like ate all the butter that was left in the little like tub. There wasn't much, she said, left, but it was enough to like make his stomach just go ballistic. So he puked like twice, and he peed. I don't know why he peed. Because he's pretty good at holding it until we get home, and then we take him out. But other than that, he's been really good. He's super scared of people, like other people besides us, for some reason. I don't know why. He's probably had bad experiences with other people in his life. But it was weird because in the pound, because we got him from the pound, on the little like visiting room, Courtney's whole family came by to visit him when we were there, and he was totally fine. Like, he didn't freak out or anything. So I don't know why, like, now if anybody else comes, he'll get scared. Literally, Ryan, he's petrified of Ryan. Milo is so scared of Ryan for some reason. Ryan just turns the corner, he looks at him, and then Milo just bolts the other way. I got to figure something out about that because Ryan's a potential dog sitter. We can't have that when we're trying to have him like chill with Ryan. But so one time Ryan came up and I guess Ryan was fed up that Milo didn't like him, so Ryan just kind of went up and had his hand extended to his face, to Milo's face, and Milo like backed up to the wall and he felt cornered and he just peed everywhere. And by everywhere I just mean just a central spot in the carpet. So we just flooded this spot in the carpet and we had to deal with that later. And then Nathan came over today after not being here for a long time. And it was Milo's first time seeing Nathan. And of course, same thing happened. Nathan didn't mean to corner him, but Milo was already like on the wall basically when Nathan got here. So just Milo was like, oh, I'm cornered. Time for defensive mechanisms and let's just pee. So that's what he did. He just peed everywhere over here too, like in the corner by the podcast table, which is also the dinner table. I just hijacked this entire place. But anyway, but no, other than that, man, he's a super chill dog. I mean, I feel like once he gets used to people, he's still fairly, I mean, he's 2, which some might say is not that young. I mean, it isn't that young, but, you know, it's still fairly young. I don't know. I just contradicted myself. But I just feel like, you know, he'll get used to people eventually, and he'll be fine. He'll be chilling, so. Anyway, I didn't even tackle the notes, did I? I kind of talked about the weed stuff, yeah, so some of you might hate me for saying this, some of you might not. I haven't done a lot of research into this either. I just kind of figured it out, and I was like, aha. Oh, jeez, this cough, man. I'm going to restart the podcast because it's extremely laggy right now. I just haven't been bringing it up. It's been slowly getting super laggy. But let me just restart it real quick and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. So we're back to normal on the lag stuff, so we're fine. Yeah, so I didn't do a lot of research into this, but apparently, guys, so the whole reason marijuana was legalized in the first place, right, was because of its medical benefits, which I totally understood. I was like, yeah, apparently, you know, it does have a ton of medical benefits from what I could tell, or we could tell from, you know, just research and patients using medical marijuana and all this and that. Which I didn't do too much research on it, and not a lot of people do too much research on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one who's not like actually doing his homework. But so that was the whole push as to why marijuana should be legalized recreationally, was because it has medical benefits and it doesn't kill you and all this and that. You know, that's what they're saying. That's what they're pushing all the time. And so it became legal and everything, you know, we're good. But it wasn't until now recently that I just figured out that the medical benefits that come from marijuana is this like component called CBD that's found in marijuana, and it can be split from the THC. So this substance doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be strictly conditioned to, you know, ingest, I guess, for lack of better words I have right now in my blankness of the podcast. I don't know, every time the podcast comes up, like, my vocabulary just dies down. I think I brought that up before. Anyway, whatever. So, like, you don't have to, like, ingest the THC to get the medical benefits. The THC is what gets you high. And that's, you know, that's not a like a it's not a it's a well-known fact that that's what THC is. And, you know, people extract the pure THC now because it's legal, and they'll, you know, I sound like an old person. They'll just extract the THC, and they have all this the dab or whatever, the like honey looking taffy stuff that they'll put on their bongs and smoke up. But you don't have to ingest that to get the medical benefits. You just extract the CBD, and that's where the medical properties come into play. So my question after figuring this out is, why did we even have to legalize recreational use of marijuana altogether when their big push was, oh, because its medical purposes are great, whatever. I mean, yeah, okay, but then just take the CBD. You won't get high and you're getting the medical benefits that you're so raving about in terms of marijuana usage. I don't know. Whenever I just see that kind of stuff, and that's with anything, it's not just marijuana. Some people might claim it's, oh, you're just a freaking crazy, you're super anti-marijuana. I was like, no, I'm not. I mean, I am, because I can see what it is and I can see how it affected a ton of my friends, growing up. But, this is straight up, I mean, you can extract the medical stuff from it. Then why did we actually need the marijuana to be legal? Explain that to me. I don't know. I'm just talking here about my new discovery I made. I forgot when I made that discovery, but yeah. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funky to me. I was like, dude, you can just use the freaking actual medical stuff, the CBD. You don't need the THC. You obviously just wanted it. I think I would have I don't think I would be so heated about it if people would just admit that they just wanted it to get high. They just wanted another drug they can play around with without getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not that there's a plethora of drugs that they can already use legally, but you know what I'm saying? If they just admit, because they kept pushing these dumb commercials or whatever about how, and don't get me wrong, I've seen a plethora too about how smoking is bad and all that. I'm not saying that all I'm seeing on the TV is how it's glorious and everything, but from the ones I've seen of people supporting it, they're all saying, oh, it makes you creative, it makes you feel better, your back just heals and blah blah blah. It's just admit you want to get high. Just admit you want to have some fun. You want to feel a little funny. Hang out with the friends. Smoke a little. Just admit it. Come on. Be a man and admit it. I don't know. That stuff is... I just feel like that's the stupid... that's what gets me mad. Is just people trying to go around it. Trying to say, no, it's good, It's going to be really good for you. It's not bad. It's gonna be a blessing. And it's dude, no, you just want to get high. That's all you want. Come on, just say it. I don't know. Hate me. You can hate me if you want. But like I said, if you're smoking it up, I'm not gonna freaking unfollow you. I'm not gonna freaking unfriend you. You're not. It's not that way. And I'm not blind. I can tell when if somebody starts getting all in my face about how they smoke and, trying to be like, oh, you said you weren't going to unfriend me, Kevin. Look, I'm not stupid. I have common sense. I know who I can I know who's messing around with me jokingly and who's not, just to be spiteful. I don't know. So I was, on a brighter note, I guess. I got a little grumpy there. Grumpy old Kevin. You darn youngsters and you darn marijuana. On a brighter note, not even a brighter note, just a different note. Well, it is bright. You guys remember those? They're still around. Those dumb curses that you'd get scrolling through Facebook and stuff. It's just a picture of some ghost or whatever in a mansion, or that creepy thing under the bed. And it's you just been visited by the bablushka. You have to share this with 5 friends, or he will visit you tonight. Those kind of curses. Remember those? Hold on, guys. You guys probably heard it too. My camera did a little clicky sounds. I don't know if that means I ran out of juice. If it stopped the video. It ran out of juice. Well, it didn't run out of juice. Hold on, let me see. I don't know. It just stopped recording. It might have like a... it might stop like every 30 minutes. That's probably exactly what it is. Because it's literally been like 30 minutes. So, no, but anyway. Yeah, I remember those curses or the ones... I'd get the ones a lot that I was going to die. Like... Oh, you've been visited by the unlucky marshmallow. Share this with 5 friends if you don't want to die, or you'll die like tomorrow or like in 7 days or whatever. Dude, I should have been dead like 5 curses ago, because I make it a mission like not to do anything with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't even knock on wood. Like I don't care. I'm kind of like, fine. I'll probably like go out of my way to do the complete opposite. But I always thought those were really funny. I never believed in those, like at all. I know dude, I've met some crazy superstitious people in my life. By crazy superstitious, I don't mean like they're crazy and superstitious. I just mean like they're very superstitious. But yeah, I've never been that kind of guy, dude. I mean, those are always just kind of funny to me. Some of them creep me out. Don't like just the image itself. I'm like, oh, freak. What happened to her nose? I don't know. They were kind of just scary in that sense. That's the only thing that got me out of those ones. But as far as like taking action to not, be cursed with 7 days of bad luck, or no, it wasn't 7 days. It's too nice for those curses. They'll like, you'll be cursed for the next like 15 years. Or some crap. Nah, I don't think I'm super gullible, in all honesty. I honestly don't believe I ever believed in Santa Claus. Now that we're in Christmas time, I can talk about that. I don't really ever remember me believing in Santa. Like, ever. I brought that up. It's doing the lag again, guys. That's why I kind of slur my speech a little bit. But I brought that up to one of my coworkers the other day, and he could not believe that fact that I just never believed in Santa, I don't know why. I just never believed in Santa. Like I said, not that I can remember. My mom might, tell me otherwise, said, oh no, you really did believe in Santa when you're in this age or whatever, but like that I can remember, I don't ever remember like Christmas time waiting for Santa to come give me my gift, that kind of thing. I always knew it was my parents buying it. And don't get me wrong, like that didn't ruin Christmas for me in the slightest. I still to this day love Christmas, not so much for receiving gifts, but for giving gifts. I love now giving people gifts. Like, here, I gotta restart it again. This is bugging me. I'm gonna restart it one more time, guys. And we're back. Don't you love it when I just like cut myself off? Like, I'll literally cut it in the middle of a word. I gotta get better at that. But, yeah, like I really, really like Christmas time now for the whole giving of the gift stuff. Of course, back in the day when you're kids, you're just super excited to get what you want. And yeah, like I was saying, I totally loved Christmas when I was a kid. Like, I'm pretty sure just as much as any other kid. Like, I just didn't have Santa in it. You know what I'm saying? I just never believed in Santa. But I knew I was going to get some goodies, and just the Christmas time and, all together is just, being with the family and just the Christmas songs. Like, it's so dope, man. I really like it. I've always really loved it. But, nowadays, Courtney can attest to this too, is like, I'm really bad at like, spending at for myself, like if I need to go buy a pair of pants, just buy myself some clothes, maybe something like for me personally, like the podcast stuff, that is different for me because it's more like an investment that I'm trying to, get this actually like really going, so I'm like investing in this, you know. So that's different, but it's more for like my personal enjoyment kind of thing. I'm bad at like buying myself stuff like that for some reason, which is a good thing, I think. It could be a bad thing if, you know, like, you know, you don't ever like treat yourself, you know, make all that hard work pay off. But okay to me. But I'm really good at spending too much money for other people. Anytime Courtney, well, I remember early on, I don't know if I'd do it so much now, but early on when we were like dating and stuff, and even like marriage, like after we were married and stuff, we'd go to her favorite stores and I'd just be like, do you like that? Like whatever she's looking at, I was like, let's buy it for you. Come on, let's buy it. And she would be really bad at accepting it, you know. She'd be like, no, it's too expensive, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, let's just buy it. And it's kind of like vice versa, because then, like, she'll get paid in her jobs, and then we'll go out, and maybe I need a pair of pants, and she's like, Kevin, let's buy these. And I'm like, just like $40, you can get it way cheaper. And she's like, no, come on, let's buy it. So we're kind of both the same way there. But whenever it comes to buying stuff for other people, that's when I can maybe get in trouble. Like this year, we've you know, been planning out what to buy people, and I don't know. I need more money. I want more money to buy people more stuff. I don't know. But yeah, man, I'm really bad at just buying people too much. Like not too much, but like I just get carried away with just like buying people stuff, you know. In whatever situation, it's not like I'm going left and right. Hey man, you want me to buy you something? Just asking everybody what they want because I have like an addiction to buying people stuff. Nah. It's not like that at all. It's just like, you know, if it's somebody's birthday or or you know, Christmas, whatever. That's when I'll maybe be like, oh, I can outdo myself. You know, I don't know. Let's dive into the notes real quick. That I have of the Jake episode that we never covered. I forgot what it was called. I think I'm getting close. Guys. Found it. All right. Dang, I had a lot of notes. Guys. Let me see. There was one. Okay. Oh jeez. I'm coughing like insane amounts right now. Treadmills on walls. What's up with the have you seen those there's like the try not to laughs, right? You get the try not to laugh videos, the fail compilations on YouTube and all that. Every time I see the bits where the fails, the treadmill ones specifically, where somebody has a treadmill and they set the treadmill like to where their back is facing the wall. Like that's just a recipe for disaster, dude. Like I've seen tons of them where the person's running and then they like trip or whatever, like roll their ankle or just step funny. Then they'll just fall. And since the freaking treadmill is just up against the wall, like they slide all the way back till they hit the wall, and then they just start just shaving off all their knee skin on the freaking treadmill because they're on a wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like that's the last thing I would like. Whenever if I was setting a treadmill up, I'd be like, all right, what's a way I can fail and a way that my environment can kill me right now, you know? Definitely do not do that. Do not set up a treadmill where there's a wall directly like right behind it, because dude, you're gonna be losing skin if you fall, man. That's like one of the worst things that can happen to you, you know, like rug burns and stuff. Oh, just thinking about it is a bit painful, man. I've gotten so many of those in my life, especially when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure when we were all kids and we had a rug, like just playing on the freaking rug all the time. Your short sleeves, you just play with the Hot Wheel a little too fast and you make it run, just right across the rug, and then you don't realize that your elbow's already on the rug, so you just like burn the crap out of it. But those treadmill fails, man, they always got me. I was like, I'm laughing over the fact that they made a dumb decision to put the freaking treadmill right there where the wall can just kill him. Sorry guys, before I was rudely interrupted. Literally my laptop's going down the drain. Like it just stopped right now. It just said disk too slow. I might need to have to get a new hard drive. Hopefully that'll fix it. Actually, that will probably be an easier fix, other than buying a whole new system entirely. But that sucks, man. Now it's doing that. Jeez. Anyway, going back to this, dude, I feel like the freaking sink has been like leaking this entire time. I hear this dumb little clinks in the back. Now that I realize it, like looking back at these notes, we did actually cover a ton of them. Yeah. I thought there was a ton of these that we didn't cover. That was Milo, by the way. You probably heard him right now. Let me make sure that sink isn't leaky. What a sloppy episode this is. Yeah, it was just a sink being a little leaky, I think. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to dive into like the current events, guys. It's a little classes in session kind of thing, I guess. All right, let's see what's in our trending. What is in our trending? 9-year-old boy convinces Colorado town to overturn snowball fight ban. What? There's been a ban on snowball fighting? Buddy the Elf.
Would have been a felon in Severance, Colorado, because for almost a century, snowball fights were against the law.
I broke the law a lot.
So snowball slinging 9-year-old Dane Bass rode into town to tell him what he thought of it all.
It's pretty lame.
His posse, Mom and Dad, encouraged Dane to step up.
I asked my mom if she could do it, and then she told me I had to do it.
And the mayor said to fight City Hall, he'd better come armed with a PowerPoint. So he did.
Today's kids need reason to play outside. Kids want to have snowball fights without breaking the law.
After all that hard work, the vote was unanimous. Snowball fights are A-OK in Severance, Colorado.
Throw your first snowball, the first legal one.
But remember, kids, play nice out there. As for the kid in the bow tie, he's got plans.
I'll be president because I can make more changes and I get the whole White House to myself.
Snowball fights in the Rose Garden for all. Kevin Tibble's NBC News.
There you have it. Parents teaching their kids to break the law. What does our nation come to? I'm just kidding. Dang, banning snowball fights? Somebody had to like hide a rock or like a freaking wrench in a snowball for that to be outlawed. Dang, man. Banning snowball fights. I kind of want to look into the history of that. I might have to come back to you guys with that information. Jeez. Severance, Colorado. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, as you can probably tell, we're probably going to be concluding this episode right now. I wanted these episodes to be kind of like nice, short, and sweet anyway. Not too long. Just a nice little episode with just me. Just me and you. That's right. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, but this was fun. I honestly, these are like therapeutic in all honesty. Like talking to yourself is actually an all okay thing to do. Believe it or not, you're not just going insane. It's actually healthy, I think, to an extent. But I don't know. These really are, they're enjoyable to me, in all honesty. Just talking to you guys, seeing seeing what's up, and trying to give you guys some more content so you guys can have that extra me in the week, I guess. So anyway, this is gonna wrap up for this week's Wednesday upload. Thank you all so much for listening. If you did, I wish there was a way for me to like give incentive to like the first person who listens to the Wednesday one or whatever. There's no way for me to tell. But yeah, so stay tuned, guys. I do have these Wednesday ones, like I said, it's just gonna be me. But every other Monday upload is I'm gonna have a guest in them. So stay tuned for that. I do have a couple guests already scheduled for the next few weeks. So like I said, we're gonna be talking music. This next one, I got a guy who's into the music biz. We're gonna talk a little bit about his music, so stay tuned for that one if you like music, and even if you're not, if you just want to support, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to still get this whole Wi-Fi thing figured out, but until then, the YouTube is gonna be down. This sucks, man. There's really nothing I can do right now because I just don't have the moolah to do anything. I was thinking about maybe doing a Patreon. I think I brought that up before, but I don't know. We'll see what I do there. And you guys stay tuned in the Instagram. If you guys haven't, a lot of you who are listening to this for the first time, I'm most active on the Instagram account. I do have Twitter. We have a Facebook. We have an Instagram. I'm mainly on Instagram. So if you guys ever want to get in touch, make sure you DM me through the Instagram account, or go to the podcast email, which is shambanpod@gmail.com. We are currently doing what are we doing? Oh, I can't disclose that yet. Sorry. Sorry about that, but that's a little teaser, I guess. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Everybody who's been supporting the podcast, I really do appreciate you guys. And we'll catch you next time. Peace out.